Clayton Powell Jr. as my research paper, and I wanted to perform one of his speeches, What's in Your Hand speech, which I showed a little of in a short presentation in class. This speech was, he was coming back from Washington since he was a congressman to his district, and he realized that people were, and this was like the tail end of the real tail end of the Harlem Renaissance, and he realized people were down and, depressed, and this was pretty much a pump-up speech to his district and to everybody. And also the title of this speech, What's in Your Hand, as you'll see when I perform the speech, really embodies what the Harlem Renaissance is about. And this took me actually a really long time because I had to study him and how he spoke and stuff like that. So I'm doing my best. Good morning. I'm your Congressman Adam Clayton Powell Jr. And as far as I know here, you're in trouble. It says you've got about 30% unemployment. That's why I'm working hard. I'm working hard to get you that stimulus money. I'm working hard to get you that food. Some of you say to me, well, I'm not a congressman. I haven't got an education. I haven't got work. But you know what you are? You're a human being. And you know what you've got? You've got the power. You've got the power in your hand to use your vote and to use even those few cents you get from welfare to spend them only where you want to spend them. A young slave boy once stood before the greatest ruler of his day, and God said to Moses, "What's in your hand?" And Moses said, "I've got this stick, that's all." And God said, "Well, let me use what's in your hand." And God used that slave boy with a stick in his hand to divide the Red Seas, to march through the wilderness, bring water out of rocks, manna from the heavens, and to bring his people to freedom land. What's in your hand today? What's in your hand? George Washington Carver, who was so frail that when he was trained down for a broken horse as a slave boy, and George Washington Carver sitting in the science laboratory to me, he said to me, "Dr. Powell, I just go out into the fields every day, each morning at 5 o'clock, and I let God guide me. And I bring back these little things and I work on them in my laboratory." And that man did more to revolutionize the agricultural science of peanuts and of cotton and of sweet potatoes than any other human being in the field of agricultural science. What's in your hand today? Just let God use you, that's all. What's in your hand today? I've got a string in my hand. I've got a string in my hand, that's all. And I'm flying a kite way up in the heavens. Lightning strikes, and I, Benjamin Franklin, discover for the first time the possibilities of electricity. With a string in my hand, that's what's in my hand. Little hunchback sitting in a Roman jail. I haven't got anything in my hand but an old quill. But God says, write what I tell you to write. And Paul wrote, and I run my race with patience. I've finished my course. I've kept the faith. What's in your hand today? What's in your hand, little boy? I've got this slingshot, that's all. But the enemies of my people are great and big and numerous than we are. Then, well, little David, go down to that brook and pick out a few stones. Bring them back and put them in your slingshot and close your eyes and let them fly and let God use you and let them go. And David killed the enemies of his people, and his people became free. Just letting God guide the stone in his hand, and after a few years passed, David is king. And God said, "What's in your hand?" And David says, "I've got a harp." And God said, "Then play on your harp." And he played, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil." What's in your hand today? A man hanging from a cross with 2 nails in his hand said, Father, I stretch my hands out to thee. No other help I know. If thou withdraw thy hand from me, where will I go? And that man with 2 nails in his hands split history in half, BC and AD. What's in your hand today? You got God in your hand. And with God in your hand, he'll let you win. Because he's on your side. And one with God is always with the majority. So walk with him, talk with him, work with him, fight with him. And with God's hand in your hand, the victory shall be accomplished. No sooner than you dream, sooner than you dream, sooner than you hope for, sooner than you prayed for, and sooner than you imagined. God bless you, and God bless these United States of America.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
He expected it because I saw him in the library last night and I told him I was there. Thanks.
All right, well, I did a picture Harlow's history book, and what I did was I found like a timeline of like everything that happened